So you move the mouse image to the right spot. Pay attention to all the UV map behind it. Okay, make sure it's the opacity is lower. Uh, put in the right place. See the corner of the mouse and everything. And then after that is done, and you remove the border. Okay, see there is a little border here. I mean, you can turn on this layer. Okay, you can turn it on to see if the borders are really terrible or not. Okay, turn on both, and you can use this erasing tool. Okay, erasing tool. I'm gonna make this larger, and the power opacity should be 20% or something. You don't want. Then you can make sure that you're on the mouse layer. Okay, and you can start removing it. Make sure it's a seamless transition. Okay, very good. After all this, go back and turn on every layer. Double check, make sure the opacity is 100. Make sure it's 100. Okay, and go to File, Save As. Save on your computer. In the source image folder. Save it as a JPEG file. Okay. I think I will name this as a color. Okay, it's the face animated color. One. I probably did one before, but you name it whatever way you want to do. Okay, and save. Okay. Now let's go back to Maya. So that's the model we want to texture. Okay. With this model, we go to Hypershade, which is this blue ball. If you just click on that, okay, this will open the Hypershade. For a face model, it makes more sense to create a font which is shinier. Lumber will be like too matte. I mean, the face have reflections. It's an organic surface. It's skin. Skin, you want that to be slightly more reflective, more shiny. Okay. So I choose a font. If I click, I choose a font. The font is right here. Okay, font. Somehow it's font tool. That's okay. Okay, font is right here. And on top of that, I'll go to 2D textures down there. Choose a file. That's a file. Okay. I want this file. Middle click on this file and drag on top of the font. Choose the color channel, okay, so that it's connect to the font. And middle click and drag the font on top of the face, okay, so it's there on the face. And select on the file, select the file, go to your property editor, which is here. In the file, image name. After this will be this little font. Choose the face color one. That's the one. That's the one that we just created. Okay, that's the picture. So open. All right. So then you can see that the face is all fully decorated. I mean, it look not bad at all. Okay, not bad at all. I mean, you can go ahead and give a render. That's the render view. Okay, if you click on render, that will look like the face. It's too bright. The render have a very unnecessary setup. Is this thing? If you just turn it off, it'll give you the real color. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. The next thing we want to do is to add some bumpiness to the face. You can see that the face is not bumpy. I mean, the rhino skin, also the human skin should have bumpiness, to suggest the 3D feeling. What we can do now is go back to Hypershade, with the font selected, select the font, and you can see that there's an item in the property editor. Okay, it's called the bump normal mapping. That's the map. That's a little checker sign after the map. So middle click on the file, the same file, okay, the same image. Move and drag that to this checker, onto this checker, not here, but on the checker, okay? Now you see huge difference. Now look at this, okay? I mean, if you make a render, oh God, this is a little too much. It's very bumpy, that's good, but it's too much. So go back to the hypershade. You see, there's a new node appear. It's called bump 2D. So if you click on the bump 2D, lower the bump depth to something 0.1 something or 0.2, I think it make more sense. So let's make another render and see. That's way better, way better. Okay, look at this, way better. You could enjoy yourself by click on the model and make it smooth. So mesh smooth. You know, this is gonna, oops, keep going into this view. This is gonna look even better. All right, it look very realistic, very 3D. And that's what I like to see you have, okay, for the face, very nice. So now it's time for the eyeball, okay. But before you switch, to work on the eyeball, you want to unsmooth the face, because we have to animate, we have to do a lot of things on the face. So make sure you unsmooth. To unsmooth the face, you see there's a little thing here, okay. You can change the 1 to 0, okay. Also, if you couldn't somehow find this, you can find it in your channel box. You see that's smooth. If you click on that, the division now is 0 because I just changed it. If you couldn't find this, this should be 1, and you change from 1 to 0. Okay, that's where you can change this. Yeah. Very good. Now let's switch to eyeball. The texture of the eyeball is actually very easy. For eyeball, in general, we want to use a very shiny material. You can use another foam, okay? Or you can use a balloon. Why don't we try something new? This is a balloon, okay? We need a file, which is, let me zoom in a little bit. This is too small. We need a file, which is, here is the file, okay? That's the file. We middle click and drag the file on top of the balloon and choose the color channel, okay? And of course, we need a good file name. With the file selected, go into the property editor, select, click on this folder. We have many different, I downloaded many different pictures. I like the green eye a little better. So I'm just gonna open the green eye, okay? Now I wanna assign, the texture to both eyes. So select both eyes, and move your mouse onto the balloon and right click and choose assign material to viewport selection. All right. Now you got both eyes. Good. Look at this. Okay. The eye might look like a little stretched. What we can do is if you go to UV, click on UV editor, right click and choose UV shell. You select all this shell. If you press R, that's a scale function. You can scale up and down. While you're scaling this, you see the eye size and proportions start changing. I like to scale this too. Oops. Yeah, that one. Okay, I think that look a little better. Both sides are looking good, and that will be your whole face. Very nice. So let me close this UV editor and do do a render. Right click and choose object mode and select this. Give a mesh, give a smooth. After all this hard work, we want to reward ourselves with the good results. So that's what we want to do. So click on this for render. Look at this. This is the face that we are looking for. Okay, this is the face that we're looking for. All right, and later we will animate, make the eyelid blink with the mouse move. They can start talking, screaming, and do many different things. Okay, so very good. That's a good demonstration. One more thing I forgot to mention. Some of you, after dropping, like say the texture ball, like say the phone, okay, for the face. After doing this, okay, the face are still gray. Okay, the face, doesn't have any color. You'll be confused. How come I couldn't see the texture? What happened? Well, here's what happened. That because you have to go into shading. Okay, go into shading. You see this hardware texturing. You make sure that always turned on. If you don't turn on that, Maya won't be able to preview the texture image for you. Okay, that's as simple as that. So I forgot to include that in the demo, so I'm putting this at the end.